Hello and welcome to the podcast Midnight Shield Gaming. Yay, Shieldcast.
Oh, fuck,
There you
how
go.
many is a Shieldcast?
The Shieldcast. I just
like
spent many hours coming up with this.
Really? I'm proud of spend a couple more hours.
Shut up.
I like it.
I kind of like the Shieldcast. I kind of like it.
I do too. If that's already a name, I'll punch you.
Well,
Just get
fuck them.
All right.
Anyways, the members of this podcast are me.
me.
Just me. Are we gonna say your name? Using our actual names or some sort of bullshit username?
I guess we'll use our actual names. Me, Damien, the owner of the channel, pretty much. Then we have
Jordan.
Eric.
Santiago. Jared.
Michael,
Yay.
Still been.
also known as Thor.
No, you're not Thor.
I'm Thor.
Just because you have extremely long blonde hair.
You got the hair, but you don't have the abs.
And you have an
Same.
Avengers shirt on.
You don't have enough chin hair.
You look like a blonde version of your movie sucks.org.
No, his hair is
sure.
super
His hair
long.
is super fucking long.
It's kind of hot.
He
not
could
gonna
cover
lie.
up his tits with that hair. Not even kidding. Without even
gay and I
tilting
like
his
dick.
Anyways, so
bra here.
our first three, we've done this kind of in order. Everybody gets three topics. Eric pissed the first three, then
Yeah.
he pissed them. Jordan
It's like
picked
that.
the second three. Jared picked the third three. Michael picked the fourth three. Santi picked the fifth three, and I picked the last three. Yay!
What were your topics?
Your
Well, I'm not telling you until we get there.
Oh, wow, shit.
We'll get wrecked. So, Eric, our first one that you got was ban handguns.
Van Halen?
Yes. Specifically, the private ownership of handguns in the United States.
So, yeah. Open for a topic, debate, whatnot. Anybody else? Santi, what do you think about handgun laws?
You're the worst.
Fucking gun!
Yes.
All right. Let me. Okay, since he doesn't want to talk, let me say it.
No, but shut up. I don't really care for them. I just think it's like really silly that we have, as a nation, we have to talk this hard about it. It's like, don't fucking kill someone. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Look into the
Kill only in self-defense.
Anyway,
I
Don't fucking kill someone.
What do you got?
So I don't think we should ban them. I think we should limit them to the public, but don't let them. No, wait.
Are we gonna have like gun
Criminals are
now?
always going to have
He said-
guns,
he
whether
said
the
limit.
whether most
limit.
people have guns.
So
No, if you try to
prevent the criminals and the mentally impaired from getting handguns or guns in general.
So,
Very
stricter
bad.
licensing rules.
stricter licensing laws and
te-
stricter control on serial number and exchange tracking.
And we already do have a limit on the public handguns that are available to the public.
We have some limit, but if you look at countries like Germany, who have like an incredibly strict amount of control on their exchange of guns and their tracking of serial numbers and their purchase of guns, then you'll notice that at the same time, they also have a lower amount of handgun-related deaths to the United States.
And if you look at places like, where is that country?
Which one?
Well, that's a good question. Sweden, yes.
Sweden, where every male is issued a gun. They have
Yeah, but that's
like,
also because...
Are you talking about Switzerland?
yeah, Switzerland. That's
There you go. Not
Yeah,
Sweden.
no, Sweden, every person is issued a rifle, but that's also because you have to, by law, serve 2 years in the military.
Oh, true, but no. Sweden, every citizen is issued a handgun and trained how to use it. Well, guess what? They have the lowest gun death rate in the.
That's true, because they
Entire
spend
world.
less time controlling the gun itself, and they actually spend more time controlling the ammunition for the gun.
Also, they know for a fact the other person has a gun.
Exactly. Everybody has a gun. So
the guy with a gun.
Everybody-
Get out of
It's
here.
like in what's the game called? DayZ. If the other person has a gun, you don't want to fuck with him because he has a fucking gun.
Not quite like that.
Not all the time.
There are no
but most of the
zombies.
time.
According to the
Real
Federal
world.
Bureau of Investigation, only about 18% of murders and casualties were prevented because the defending party had a handgun, rifle, or any sort of weapon. The rest, they killed them despite them having a weapon. only 18% were actually prevented because the defending party had a weapon. So that's complete nonsense.
Yes, but it is a deterrent if everybody has a gun.
Get good.
When they pass concealed carry in Texas.
That's true, but like, there's a classic argument that the only thing that will stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. But that's complete shit, because you can have a gun, sure, but you need to be trained in how to use it, not only for practical uses, but also if you're in a situation where it will require you to think quick, combat situation, defensive situation. So you having the training for a gun doesn't prepare you for that sort of thing. A good guy with a gun isn't necessarily going to do that, and it's the same thing if everybody has a gun. That's fine and all, but they're not going to be able to use it in the kind of situation that, or they're not going to be able to effectively use it in the situation which we're trying to prevent.
And what was the violent crime rate drop when concealed carry was passed in Texas?
There was no drop recorded.
Yes, there was. There was a recorded drop of violent crime rate of 15%.
And who conducted these studies?
I don't remember.
Then you...
Harvard did it.
Harvard did a study on just Texas. Sure, that makes sense.
They were like, black people commit crimes and leave their girlfriends.
But why would you take guns away from the good guys if the bad guys are just going to get the guns anyways? They don't care. They're already breaking laws.
Because you're not taking... Because by having these stricter control, you're not taking the guns away from the good guys. You're controlling the guns so that if... so that the good guys can get their guns if they're truly the good guys, and if they try to exchange it to another good guy, then they are able to. Then the serial number and everything is tracked. Yes, Jared.
Banning guns would actually cause more problems. Like putting control on the guns wouldn't be a bad idea, but straight up banning guns would be a bad idea because we tried that with alcohol and it just increased more crime.
But we're not banning guns; we're banning handguns.
I know. I'm just
we
saying.
couldn't ban all guns because of the Second Amendment.
But banning guns would cause more problems.
The actual Second Amendment, if you actually read the entire thing, says that we should basically have the ability to overthrow the military and government. And
do you know the actual wording of the Second Amendment?
I have the preamble memorized.
It is those who have the
Nope.
No, that's Articles of Confederation.
We the people.
Article 3.
Second Amendment is the right.
Second Amendment is the right to bear arms.
It's
Yes.
not the whole thing, though. There's more.
I know. It is. Second Amendment states that how does it start? I don't remember how it starts. Again.
Let's see. In order to retain a well-enforced militia, the right to bear arms shall not be infringed upon. Mm-hmm. So the whole point of it is that when it was made, the United States wasn't supposed to have a standing military. The private citizens were supposed to be constantly trained by people of the country in order to be the militia. But now we have a standing military, so the Second Amendment is pointless.
No,
but because of a shit ton,
read
but because
the
of
Articles of Confederation.
But the Articles of Confederation, is what we had right before we declared independence from England. It was a complete bullshit law that we reformed with the actual Constitution.
And read the amendment that referred to the Articles of Confederation.
Which amendment is that?
Amendment 23.
Repeat it.
I can't repeat the entire thing, but I can repeat where it states it.
What does it say?
It states that golly. I remember this from National Treasure, but
Doing real good.
Oh yeah, because National Treasure is a real top source of history.
National Treasure shows images of real documents. Okay.
So does fucking Nickelodeon. That doesn't make them the History Channel, now does it?
No.
All right. Both of you calm down. Here, you can read this.
Okay, the 23rd Amendment to the United States Constitution extends the right to vote in the presidential election to citizens residing in the District of Columbia by granting the district electors in the Electoral College as if it were a state.
I was wrong.
That's about voting in Washington, D.C., because Washington, D.C. is technically not a state, and it gives people in D.C. the right to vote.
Oh, okay. I was wrong.
You did it.
It's not a state.
But it's not technically a state.
Shouldn't you be able to vote in Washington, D.C. because it's a part of Maryland?
It's the whole point of Washington, D.C. is it's not part of a single state.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I've always thought that it was inside Maryland.
It was in between. It's in between states.
It's technically a state.
It's its own district. And originally, by that design, they were thinking, well, if it's not a state, then they can't vote, and so that was passed.
Okay, well, this one was starting to trail off, so let's move to the next topic. Next topic, we wrote something about Guantanamo Bay. What was that about?
Guantanamo Bay. What? So, Gitmo, as some people refer to it, is a detention camp in Guantanamo that has such awful conditions for every single person there. To give some examples, well, yes, Jared.
What's a bay?
A bay is a stupid slang term for your girlfriend or boyfriend. Now,
That is not Guantanamo Bay.
it's not Guantanamo Bay.
You know my bay named Guantanamo. She's the shit.
But for example, for this Islam celebration, Ramadan, you know how they would fast, as in they would not eat. Well, the officers require them to eat. So because they weren't, they were force-fed. Which, in that process, they are put in a chair, they are given leather restraints on the ankles, wrists, and forehead, and a tube is fed through their nose into their throat, and about 1 to 2 liters of food-based sludge is pumped into their throat. And it is reported that those tubing that they use, they don't clean them. So a lot of inmates would have those tubes with the bile and blood of other men still on it. That's just an example of some of the conditions. Some of the torture methods, the reported 2022nd terrorist that was supposedly involved with the 9/11 terrorist attacks. He was kept in a room, chained in the fetal position, and was given non-access to the restroom. So he sat there, chained to the ground, with only a little bit of food, a little bit of water, and constantly soiled in his own fecal matter and urine.
But that's not true.
That could be delicious.
Because the lizard people.
What's wrong with you?
No, yeah.
All right.
Sure. Go ahead.
So, okay, I get what you're saying. It's inhumane and all that crap, but it also you got to think about these are like hardened criminals and people who attacked America, and
according to
some of them,
according to most of the reports, of the 899 prisoners, almost at their 901, guys.
Yay!
Of their 899 prisoners, 61 of which were actually responsible for violence against America, and the rest were just supposed, and a majority of those were released. So a majority of the people in Guantanamo Bay are complete innocents, or they're just criminals, but they've done harsh acts, but not against America. But even if they did do things against America, we are doing these things. How are we making ourselves look better in the face of the terrorist countries by treating them like this?
So does this place just exist to take away people's inalienable rights? I mean, what the fuck?
The whole point of it was to detain those who were supposed to be responsible for harming America, and supposed to keep them contained so that they could interrogate and try to get information out of them.
But they're still human. Shouldn't we treat them as humans still? Isn't that why we exist as a country? To stop inhumane acts from other countries?
One would think, but no. We do these inhumane acts to them, and we do these torturing acts like waterboarding, the whole fetal position chaining in order to get information. But according to the torture report that the FBI released, I think last year, only about 26% of that was successful.
All right.
Then why the fuck?
You actually kind of answered my next topic about getting information out of people that we need to get the information about. But
okay, it's still working.
Yeah. All right, but that's all I wanted to actually know about. Do they actually get information out of the people they torture? Them?
I mean, they don't. But getting information,
I feel like you get more information if you sucked a dick.
Exactly. You possibly might, but
can we just take a lot of gay people in there, and gay people and lesbians, and just
Yes, let's take the gay people to the
just so that they can get blowjobs.
Yes, let's bring the gay people into a prison almost full of Islamic extremists that have been reported to behead homosexuals. Let's do that. Yes, that's a perfect A+ plan. I gotta go report this to the president. Hold on.
That's his A+ is letting head.
Now that was 10. Okay, next topic. Your last one, Eric, was democracy in the Middle East. Should we enforce it?
No.
Just don't. I think we should leave other countries alone and let them do their own thing.
All right.
If they ask for help.
All right. Not necessarily leave them to their own thing. Like, at least keep an eye on them or something, but let them choose their way of government. But also, just like, never mind.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing, not exactly the same thing. I'm not going to say it's the same thing, really, but it's similar. It's similar to what we've done with Japan after World War II. How we set our military stationed there for a long time, making sure that they don't make any bad moves. And now Japan is kind of parliamentary, democratic nation. And we're doing that with the Middle East, but it's not working too well.
It's not.
The Middle East doesn't want to be.
The Middle East doesn't want to be, and the problem is that us still in the Middle East is what's causing a lot of the terror there. They don't want Americans in the Middle East, and that's what's causing a lot of revolt with people of ISIS, ISIL, and even some remaining forces of Al Qaeda.
You know what that reminds me of? Vietnam.
Yeah, Vietnam. Yeah, of course.
How we forced our way into Vietnam, and they were like, "No, just leave us alone," and we're like, "Nah."
We want to get rid of communism.
Santi has two.
No, and
Hold on.
Santi.
First question: what is waterboarding?
Waterboarding is they tie you, they restrain you to a board, they put a towel over your head, and then they pour water over your face in order to give you the sensation of drowning.
With a red rag over your eyes.
usually not too. It just gives you the sensation.
It's over. It's supposed to give you the sensation of drowning without actually killing you.
It can kill you, but it's highly unlikely.
It's highly unlikely. However, it's, again, immoral and unjust.
Or they get a car battery, put some jumper cables to it.
No, they usually just hook it up to an electrical socket and flip the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they shock you with some paddles.
They've done that.
No.
And what's your second question?
What's ISIL?
ISIL is, it's kind of difficult to explain. ISIL is sort of a force from ISIS. Like there's ISIS, and then some people branch off were known as ISIL. They're not very big because they don't really do a lot of things because they don't have the massive support and the massive forces that ISIS does. But they're still existent and they still believe pretty much the same things. But they're supposedly ISIL is the people who were too extreme for ISIS. So in case you missed that, ISIS were people who were too extreme for Al Qaeda, and so now ISIL are the people who are too extreme for ISIS.
So if we get rid of ISIL, it's all good, right?
Well, no, because again, they're not doing shit.
So, wait, so if we wipe out ISIS, wouldn't there be people that are too extreme for ISIL? And it would be like another...
They're not big enough.
No, they're just going to keep getting smaller and smaller. There's going to be one extreme guy.
Yeah, just one.
And he's going to run in with a suicide vest on and just blow himself up in one building and say, "Happy me."
Alright, well, now it's done with the terrorist attacks, I guess. Whatevs.
Okay, do we want to move on to the next topic?
Sure.
Fair.
Okay, Jordan.
All right.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6. Let me pull up my article right here.
I swear to God, if it's from IGN, you're fired.
No, it's not from IGN.
It's from EA.
No.
Good. Wait.
Look.
Look with your special eyes.
What?
Okay.
This kind of goes in with the topic that I think we're talking about later.
All right. So
I know nothing about this.
Elder Scrolls 6. This has been speculated to be released at it'll be like a trailer at E3 this year, and they said it might have 4-player co-op in it. And
I think that's good and bad at the same time. Whenever I played through Skyrim, I got done with it and I was like, I would really think it would be awesome if I had like online or something that other people, like at least one person that I invite would be able to come onto my world with me and we can kill a bunch of people and do stuff.
The timeout.
I do know that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, it kind of ruins the single player kind of like feel of it. Where you're the Dragonborn, you're the one,
I'm really against this because I'm afraid that with how Bethesda is, if they try to put efforts into a multiplayer or a 4-player co-op campaign, then I think less effort will go into the campaign itself, and it will go less effort will be put into the single player.
I personally think Elder Scrolls Online was really shit. I pre-ordered it, I got it, I got some cool stuff for it. I played it for a little while and then I immediately got bored of it after it became free to play.
I'm an MMO junkie, so I enjoyed the Elder Scrolls Online probably a bit more than other people, but how it was when it was first released was complete fucking nonsense. Like defeating a main boss in the story gets you 2 gold. The loot system was complete horse shit.
Right. So I bought my Elder Scrolls on the console. I had a pretty good I had a pretty good time on it, but I found myself alone most of the time playing. And feel like if I had another person there, he'll just slow me
Well, if
down.
you had it on the PC, you could mod it, and then you could have prostitutes in the game, and then your character won't be so lonely.
Where's my cup?
Well, and I could get I got more stuff done by myself than I got done.
Because I don't think this
That I got
is
done
this
within
it?
a 5 or 3 man group.
Where's my cup go? This guy
And
died.
also, they gotta have a press conference about the new Elder Scrolls in June 16th at E3 on June 12th.
I mean, I think it'll be fine if they just make the 4-player co-op thing kind of an additive. Like, if the campaign for 4-player co-op is, like, completely separate, sort of the opposite of what Borderlands did with their co-op, then I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
They can still put efforts into the campaign without having to curtail its story and its elements of progression, curtail it to 4-player co-op. So if they try to keep single-player campaign primary and make the 4-player co-op sort of a secondary thing, then I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, the one thing that I want to talk about before we end this one was I was looking it up quite a while ago, and where is this one supposed to be? Is this one supposed to be in like Black March or whatever? Or something?
I hope it's Black March.
They haven't released any information that they're gonna talk about it, and there's rumors.
Well,
about
because the first one, where was the first one at?
First one was in oh shit, I don't remember.
Was that one in like Daggerfall or anything? No,
Daggerfall was in
one.
Daggerfall was in Daggerfall.
Yeah.
That was, and then Morrowind
Was in Morrowind.
and then Oblivion
was
Cyrodiil,
and then Skyrim was in Skyrim.
and then so I'm hoping Black March because I actually would love to travel to the land
Yeah.
of the Argonians. That'd be pretty fucking killer.
I would love to either go to Black March or where I don't know the name of the place I did at one time where all the Wood Elves are. I think
The
that
High
would be
Elves.
awesome. Yeah. No, the Wood Elves.
The Wood Elves, right?
The Wood Elves are different from the High Elves. The High Elves are in Sunset Isle.
If they do, I just hope that they don't do another Civil War thing because I actually really dislike the Civil War aspect of Skyrim because I felt like it was really sort of unnecessary.
Yeah, it was just kind of like off to the side, and then halfway through the main storyline, you are forced to be
And it's
side.
so fucking repetitive. Like if you side with the like I sided with the Nords, so it's like, all right, here's what you're gonna do. You are a prize member. Go invade this fort. Awesome. Go invade this fort. Awesome. Get this letter to the guy. I'm cool. Go invade this fort.
Yeah. Okay.
And one of the problems with the Civil War was there wasn't really a true good side because the blue side persons wanted only Nords, and the red side person was being suppressed or something by the Falmer guys or something like that.
I think there's actually this great animated series, the Senile Scribbles, that actually describe the Civil War between the two sides perfectly. So there's a representative from the Imperials and from the Stormcloaks, and the guy's asking which one should I join. It's like, okay, do you allow any race? And the Imperial says yes, and Noah said no. Do you allow me to follow any religion? And the Stormcloak's like, yes. And the Imperial's like, no. And it's like, okay, so what's the difference between you two? And then the Imperial's like, well, if you want to follow justice and order, you join the Imperials. If you want to fuck your sister, you go join the Stormcloaks. The Stormcloaks is like, oh, that's bullshit. If you would like to be free and brave, then you join the Stormcloaks. If you'd like to suck the dick of the Emperor, you can join the Imperials.
Wherever is your sister? Then who do you join?
Both. I'm a Storm Imperial.
Already.
I like it. But yeah, that's pretty much the main conflict.
All right. Next topic: Fallout DLC.
Already. Fallout DLC.
Wait, does anyone besides Jordan here play Fallout?
I play, but I don't know anything with the DLC.
The new one.
It's great being out here. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Now we kicked out Michael.
Wait, what did you say about me?
No one cares.
There are a bunch of patches coming out to fix the game and a few bugs, so they can get ready for this DLC. But the first DLC is the Mechanist. Has a Mechanist in it. I forgot what it's called.
If you don't know what that was, Santi does not want to stop eating chips, and we're mad at
There
him
was
for
like
eating
3
chips.
left. That doesn't make it better.
Spit potato chips all over the fucking table.
That piece of hoe.
So, alright, so has a Mechanist in it, and he has his robot generals, and he brings a bunch of new robots to the Fallout 4. So the brain bot's coming back, and a few other robots that I don't know of yet, because they haven't released that much information. Yeah?
Can you say that in English, please?
Dos Vidania, friend. All right, so
Thank you.
I know. So, yeah, and then in this new DLC, you can craft your own robot. Like you can get like I don't know if you can get like
Claptrap.
yeah, I don't know if you can get like a basis off of like a Sentry Bot, Assaultron, and then you can like put more parts on them. I'm thinking it's just an Sentry Bot, heavy Sentry Bot, and you can put like bags on him and more guns and stuff like that and armor. There's also going to be like a minigun that's also electrified railgun, I think.
A certain scientific railgun.
Yeah, certain scientific railgun, minigun. And the other DLC is for more home improvement stuff, like for the settlements. So there's going to be more
Happy Home.
Yeah, basically, kinda.
Fallout, the Sims version.
Yeah. So
Happy
it's
Home Academy.
that. I think they're going to expand the cap you can have on settlers. But the last one, the quote unquote last one, I'll get to that later. But it's going to be Adrift at Sea, I think it is called, and it's supposed to expand the map, and it's supposed to be like a big DLC. But that's all we know for right now.
Okay.
But they say it's going to be that's going to be last DLC, but it's not because they also said they're going to come out with more DLC as the years go on.
Okay, next topic.
See, the reason... Well, I mean, I just wanted to go over this real quick, because the reason, if anyone was wondering why I was going to walk out, is because I got Fallout 4, and I was stupidly disappointed with it. I mean, it just took away all the elements that I really enjoyed from Fallout, which is the RPG elements. I like they put more effort into combat, but the RPG elements were gone. The crafting system is just kind of and the whole base building thing is just sort of stupid. Oh yeah, let me give you a free roam exploring game, and then let me put a shit ton of effort into you staying in one place and building shit. That sounds fucking wonderful.
Well, you don't have to build it.
No, but why would they have that sort of thing and free roam sandbox exploring?
So you can have somewhere else, put your shit at.
That's what they had in Fallout.
Exactly what I thought it would be. Like,
When you said that, I'm like,
Minecraft, Terraria, some didn't die. That's a huge thing.
Yeah, but that's what they had in Fallout 3. They just had, here's a house, here's a cabin, here's a footlocker, and they put a lot of more elements into character, RPG elements, your dialogue, which got watered down to all hell in 4.
Yeah, a lot of stuff got watered down in 4. And the crafting, I'm kind of disappointed with the crafting. Hell of a lot disappointed. I'm a lot disappointed with a lot of things in Fallout 4, and I did gloss over a lot of that. But I still like it more. I like it more.
I feel like it's a good game, but I feel like it's a really disappointing and really lackluster Fallout game. Is kind of my whole thing on it.
Doesn't it have as strong as a modding community as 3 did?
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah,
New Vegas.
definitely.
Stupidly modded.
Yeah,
New Vegas has a good
The whole One Punch Man mod that came out for it.
There's a One Punch Man mod for it?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
You can rip a dude's arm off and beat him to death with it too.
Oh god. That's great. Love it. Next topic. E3, you said.
Yeah,
What's your last
okay.
topic?
E3. This January E3,
January?
It was in January? They already have it?
July.
July. No, June.
Is it in June?
Yeah, June.
You're locked out.
So in June, E3 is supposed to happen. It's supposed to be like June 10th to June 13th.
It's usually later June, like in the 20s.
All right, yeah, it's supposed to be a 3-day event. Everyone knows this, and we're gonna get more news about a lot of games like Sea of Thieves, the new Gears of War that's coming out.
You're making another?
Yeah.
They're making another Gears of
It's gonna be a horror. This is one's gonna be a horror Gears of War.
A horror game.
Oh, a horror game.
Oh, I'm gonna be so terrified going through a dark corridor by stereotypical burly white man with a chainsaw.
Chainsaw
bayonet.
Right. Yeah, it is a generic white dude this time still. It's still a generic white dude. He's even more generic though.
It's scary.
You don't get more
because
generic
nanobots.
than that. He's muscly, he has a gravelly voice, and he has stubble.
He doesn't have a gravelly voice.
Oh, great. Does he have some boy voice? Because that'd actually be fucking hilarious.
Kinda does.
Oh my god.
If you get
What
like
if
this,
John Mulaney voiced him?
I was about to say
That'd be so great.
fucking
Do you know
John
who
Mulaney.
his partner is?
Who?
A female lead.
Oh, a female lead. Is it really a hard up female lead that
No.
only cares about the mission at hand?
No.
Is she white?
Is she the one that always gets
She's
scared?
Mexican.
All right, well, at least they have a token minority.
She's supposed to be the new Dom. I'm thinking.
Dominatrix?
No.
You mean the one that died?
Yeah, the one that died.
So is this Mexican chick gonna die too?
Probably in the next. Probably in 3. Or 6.
Go there. It's a girl.
But yeah, E3 is gonna have a lot of stuff in it. I may go if I have enough money.
Wait, where is it?
It's in California.
Always in California.
Yeah, San Francisco. San Antonio, California.
Can it please be San Antonio?
Did someone take me?
No, San Francisco, California, and ticket admission is fucking costly too.
Yeah, and there's gonna be
Let's go to Comic-Con.
new Halo probably gonna be announced. I'm not really. I'm a big Halo fan, but I'm kind of disappointed at the.
This feeling of disappointment.
4 and 5 were kind of disappointed. 5 kind of brought it back with Forge, but that ending campaign.
Your feeling of disappointment really should have started
every time we talk to you about Halo, you're always like 4 and 5 was awesome, and you keep talking about how you love 343 and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Then after I said that 4, then it started going to shit during Reach. Now you're saying that you were disappointed with 4.
I've always been disappointed, but I really don't like showing
You
it.
said in graphic design that you loved 4.
I
love.
You were about to beat Chris to death because you got 4.
I did love 4 because custom games were kind of fun. Not as fun as 3, but they brought back custom games at the basic level.
I mean, this was a game where everyone was an assassin from Assassin's Creed.
Yo, Jared, what do you got to say?
Everyone's new. Oh, you're a killer.
I was going to drop at you if you don't shut up. If you're here disappointed about a game, the new Star Wars game.
Battlefront 2?
Battlefront.
No, it was just a regular Battlefront. Because I think they should stuck with how the original 2 games were instead of trying to do something.
No, fucking Battlefront. Like, I thought it was going to be good because I just played sort of the beta, and you know what we got? We got a $60 beta.
We did.
They added a little more new content, but it's...
Dude, I heard, before it was coming out, everybody I knew was super hyped about it. They're like, "Oh, it's going to be so
because
good."
people were playing the beta, and the beta content for what we got with the beta was really damn good. I enjoyed it. It looked beautiful with my bleeding edge PC. The gameplay was pretty solid. It was a lot of fun. But then when it got released, and if you include the season pass, you have a $120 beta.
All right. Damn. I was talking to my friend on for an Xbox, and my friend always calls me, negative. So after we played the beta, I told him, this is all we're going to get for the actual game. And he was real pissed off at me after the game came out. He spent $60 on it, or how much ever money he spent on it, and I didn't spend a dime on it because I knew it was going to be kind of bad.
Yep. And it wasn't kind of bad. It was pretty bad.
No, it was just overpriced because they led you to
it's like Evolve.
We're gonna make this look.
Yeah, Evolve. That's actually a pretty good comparison.
They should have just remade one of the original 2 games, and it would have been a lot better.
They should have just given us an HD remake of Battlefront 2, and I would have been so
Battlefront 1.
That would have been amazing.
Battlefront 2, I think, was the better one. It was the better one. I mean, if they got an HD remake of both, fuck yes, give me.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done, but what they did. I mean, it looks awesome, but it's not what we wanted.
Yeah, no. But just give me a remake of their classic Battlefront games, and everybody will be happy.
All right, to close this off, any games you guys are looking forward to be announced at E3, like anything?
Terraria.
I'm gonna punch you in the dick.
Minecraft 2.0.
They came out.
That was a troll. Microsoft is actually supposedly releasing Minecraft 2.0.
Minecraft 2?
Yeah, Minecraft 2. That's it.
No, it's 2.0.
No, it's actually Minecraft 2.
What the fuck?
They're releasing a second Minecraft game.
So are we
It's
actually
going to be exactly the same as the only other Minecraft
I
game.
don't know.
You know, I heard they're doing the same thing for Terraria, though. Somebody had told me that they
It's
were
not the
making
same
Terraria
thing. Though. It's
2.
not really it's not Terraria 2 though. It's a different kind. It has the same gameplay, I think, but it's a different kind of storyline.
Okay, we're getting into this later because that's coming up a little bit in a little while. Next 3 are Jared's.
Yay.
The first one that he talked about was puppies versus kittens.
Yes!
Yes!
Sit the fuck down.
And you said debating SpongeBob and Patrick was stupid.
This is all Jared thinks about. So, Jared, what is your debate for this? Calm down. You spiked the audio.
Sorry. Calm the fuck down.
Whole train only runs on whole grain, man. Wow.
Okay, so are we actually going to talk about this? Does anybody want to talk about this?
Not really.
I want both.
I like
cat and puppy.
I like
Kittens are
the
fluffy.
idea of puppies, but kittens are cute.
Let's take a second to talk about Eric's dog and cat.
Oh, they're the best.
They're both. My cat is a spiteful shit, and my dog is a retarded thing that loves everything in sight.
Your cat
sounds like my
Your
girlfriend's
cat's
cat.
pretty damn nice. Besides
Sounds
all
like
the
my
time it
girlfriend's
scratched
cat,
me on the
dog.
hand.
Yeah, no, it's nice to you because you're a new person and you might feed her. For the person that has lived with her since I was literally 1, and she's about as old as I am.
She hopped up on like the chair and freaking crawled in my lap.
I know, because she thought she would give you food. That's her whole thing. She
Thought
runs
she would
on-
give me food.
Yes.
Oh, the other way around.
No.
Yo, here's some hamburgers.
Like she'll like to my parents. She'll go into my parents' room. She will pull on my mom's hair with her claws until she gets up to feed her. She'll do the same thing with me if I don't keep my door closed.
Here's a minute.
She'll straight up just come up the stairs.
Just come up the stairs, start clawing at me, start pulling my hair until I either throw her out or I give her food. And if I throw her out, she'll just scream at me for a straight hour.
Fucking right?
Yeah.
If you don't let them in your room, they just go, meow, and just start screaming at you.
Start scratching under the door. No, my cat is great when she's fed. For the hour after she's fed, she's a pretty cool cat.
Cool cat.
Cool cat.
Faves are good.
I'm a cool dude.
I mean,
Derek Savage.
Derek Savage, 2015. Daddy.
Okay, next one that Jared brought up: Minecraft versus Terraria.
Minecraft.
Terraria.
Pineapples.
Neither.
Terraria.
I want
You don't like
I want
Terraria?
things from both of them into one game.
No, that's stupid. Terraria's
I
far
want Terraria to be a first person like Minecraft.
They-
No,
want-
that's
so you
stupid.
want
I ruined the entire
So you want
story.
Minecraft, but with more weapons and more focus on adventuring dungeon.
Yeah, basically.
Like-
Exit mod pack.
Mod packs.
Hey, hey.
Mod
Yes,
packs.
exactly.
Exit mod pack is adventuring.
But I also don't want everything to be square.
I'm set you all on fire if you don't listen.
Then you don't want fucking Minecraft.
Shut the fuck
See,
up.
the reason they can't do a first-person Terraria is because a good portion of the enemies in the game can go through walls.
Yeah.
Walls.
Walls.
Well, you ever how the fuck
There's a good way you can do that.
Like, all the bosses can go through walls and stuff.
You know what a mini-map is, right? Little
You
mini-map shows you sort of a 2D deal, shows the enemies going through the walls while you're still in the first-person view.
That wouldn't work, though, because it's a 2D map on a 3D game.
You
can't see them on the x-axis.
You do realize Minecraft has a 2D map.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, but you can't see how high up the enemies and how low the enemies are. That's...
Yeah, you actually can.
With mods you can.
Well,
Raise
mods.
minimap you can.
But the thing is, there's a way you can do the enemies in Terraria, but you don't have to have.
Or you could just not have enemies.
No,
that
that's
go
a
through
big
walls.
portion of the
Yeah,
enemies.
you can do like
You
it
can
goes
just-
around the building or the node you set
Just,
up.
again, yeah, you can just not have enemies go through walls.
Like, or
That's
you
a big thing with like worm enemies and all the
the
bosses
worms
go
can
through walls.
dig. You can just have the worms dig a giant.
Plus, if they come out of the wall by surprise, doesn't that add more sort of an exhilaration and more difficulty to the game?
Also in Terraria, I never see them on the minimap coming at me until they're on me.
Yeah.
Where do
Yeah.
you see them ever on the minimap? They're always behind
No,
blocks.
no. Wait, when did I bring up the minimap and seeing enemies? No, he brought up seeing enemies on the minimap.
I did.
Oh,
That was me.
Soda.
I was proposing it. What soda do you want?
But
Coke.
But I think having like the kind of first person point of view and having things come through the walls, it will cause a lot more exhilaration in their people, and the people who play it.
The worm
And
boss
people-
would suck.
Yeah, the bosses would suck, but it'd be like it'd be more interesting.
Yeah.
Just like how people enjoy games like Dark Souls and what's the other one that company made that's really famous? Bloodborne.
But also like don't have them like just clip through with no repercussions. Have them bust through the freaking wall, destroying your shit.
That would suck.
It
And that's
gives-
why
it
you
gives
bounce away from your base.
It gives you a reason to rebuild. It gives you a reason to make sure you do this right and not wrong.
You just do the battle away from your base, like a Sunny smart person would.
No, actually throw it.
Or maybe they're gonna add stuff like turret stuff.
What the fuck? It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
They're adding turrets in the next Terraria.
Yeah, they already have turrets in Terraria.
No, they don't.
The bunny cannon.
You have to control that though. It's not on that. You have to control that.
It's still a turret.
Yeah, they control
Not
it.
much of one, really.
Yeah, not much, but still. Whatever.
It's really cute.
But and you can I'm talking about if they do like a first person, like not blocky. Oh, is it?
I mean, it'd be interesting to play.
Like just.
Do you know how hard it is to make a non-blocky voxel game?
Not hard whatsoever.
Not hard. You've seen art.
You can mod Minecraft.
No, that's not. No, art's not like a Terraria Minecraft though.
I know, but it's 3D, and you can
do a 3D game like that, but in order to make it like you dig into the ground, you can build stuff like that. Making that non-blocky is kind of difficult.
Not really, because
Yes, it is.
games have done that before.
Yeah, they've done it, but it's not it. I mean, 7 Days to Die is a good example. I think that one's not too blocky.
Like Space Engineers, they do a good job at it.
7 Days to Die has a really weird system of digging. And
Yeah, that's
materials.
7 days ago. Have you ever seen Space Engineers? They have.
Yeah, I've done that. The Space Engineer did it okay.
Yeah.
But in order to do like building, like a building.
Medieval engineers do it.
I haven't played Medieval Engineer, so I can't say anything about it.
Subnautica was alright, I think.
Yeah, Subnautica is good. You can dig into the ground, but you don't really usually build like that. You build a different.
So I think what we learned from this conversation that if you want to make Minecraft and Terraria together and put some 3D into it, we're gonna get a more magical version of Ark.
Basically.
I'd be all for that.
Or any other
I'd play it.
survival game
I'd play
that
it.
without zombies. Like you can have you can have zombies and things in there, but just don't make that reliant focus on it though. Because I'm kind of getting tired of zombie shooters.
We want to move on to.
What was everybody 2 years ago, Jordan?
I forgot what my third
If
topic
they're still
was.
making them, that means they have
Okay, we're gonna talk about.
audience. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up, Johnny.
I'm sorry.
Fuck up.
Who's the fuck up?
Okay, anyway,
love these things.
Jared's last and
Not tamales.
Jared's last one is the Eastern Cougar versus Twinkies.
What?
The
Wait,
what?
What?
One more? One more time?
I think it was
Eastern
Eastern
Cougar
Cougar. Hang on. Let me explain what happened.
Eastern Cougar?
Hang on.
Guy in a Twinkie suit fighting
I will
a
shoot
cougar.
you all. Shut up. Okay. So what happened was, I think it was the Eastern Cougar. It might have been something else. It was something Cougar. Went extinct in, I think, 2011. I'm making a straight up guess here to remember the actual year. And no one heard anything about it. But when the Twinkie was went extinct, the entire country lost its shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Country's
sense.
fucking fat.
That sounds right.
Me along
Sounds
with
about
it.
right.
But we heard nothing when the Cougar went extinct, but when the Twinkie one was extinct.
No, it was on the news for a day and a half.
Yeah, because the Cougar wasn't making an American company multi-million, just shit ton of money, was it?
Also,
Maybe
not
it was,
everybody
that's
eats
why they were
cougars.
extinct.
True.
We as humans worry about some basic needs like food, shelter, stuff like that.
Eat all of them.
And
cares about
Twinkies is food. So whenever you're taking a part of our basic needs away, people freak out.
Human race is
Food,
selfish.
shelter, Twinkies
selfish
are food,
way.
and shelter.
No, they're not shelter.
You can build a shelter out of them and it would never expire.
Dude, imagine going to like a sleepover and build a fort out of Twinkies.
Oh my god, that'd be the best
That
thing
would be
ever.
amazing.
I'm gonna do this now. We need to do this.
Even though it wouldn't, because Twinkies aren't that great.
They're not.
I've only
Those are
had.
amazing.
No, they aren't.
Guess what? I tried my first
Yeah.
Twinkie not too long ago.
Apparently the recipe's different. Like the original Twinkies were better than the new ones. Or
The original Twinkies were made with banana cream.
That sounds really good, actually.
They still
Yeah.
make them, but they're actually
do.
called banana cream
Yeah,
Twinkies
but
now.
no, I don't enjoy Twinkies. It's just kind of mediocre.
Chocolate covered
cake.
Twinkies.
I like
Fine.
moon pies.
I could just make a cake and then fill it with, cream.
How about deep
and
fried
make
Twinkie?
shit.
But it wouldn't last as long as Twinkies.
No, I don't need it to last as long if I'm going to eat it and it tastes really good.
That's very true.
But if I'm stocking up for the apocalypse, I want Twinkies.
Why?
No, you don't want Twinkies because
What if Twinkies are what makes you a zombie?
because Twinkies have no nutritional value. You would want, canned goods and shit like that.
We ride a
You
giant
also want
Twinkie to
Twinkies.
school.
What?
We ride the giant Twinkie.
Try Twinkies.
Yes.
We just figure out how to make Twinkies,
All except for Jordan.
what's the word?
I think they're called buses, but they're really just giant Twinkies.
Include him.
I was talking about you. You don't ride the Twinkie.
You're the only Jordan here.
Well, yeah, because a yellow bus filled with white people, that's a Twinkie. With a black person in there, you gotta fly in your Twinkie.
Exactly. Who wants to fly in that Twinkie?
Shut up.
Well, listen now, this. What if they're segregated and half of it's white and half of it's other races?
I think you just made a new flavor of Twinkie.
So if, if we have a bus full of Asians, do we have banana Twinkie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Duh. Come on, dude, get your shit together.
And if we have a bus full of white people, it's a chocolate Twinkie.
Oh.
Because there are chocolate cream Twinkies.
They probably
You're
saw
getting
it,
too far
not
away from
gonna lie.
I am not.
Exist.
The volume meters say otherwise.
Anyway, I don't care about
Yo,
the
fuck. Okay, do we want to go to the next ones?
No.
Sure.
Wait, who's are the next ones?
Michael's are the next three.
Oh,
How many
Next-
topics?
Yeah, Michael had 3 topics.
What do you got?
Okay, the first one, this will probably take quite a bit, actually.
This needs to be the shortest one.
This podcast is going to have to be over an hour. That'll be
Oh,
great.
yeah, like most podcasts. Anyway,
Well, most podcasts that I watch are around an hour.
what podcasts do you watch?
Well, I've watched like
34.
3 or 4 different podcasts.
It's like
All of them are around like 50 to 60
Lurkcast,
minutes.
Tap Tap Concede, Limited Resources.
What is it?
How long are they usually?
Usually they run average of an hour and a half.
I watched
An hour and a half? Okay.
How
Well,
many years
I
does this
think
take to
that might work.
upload?
Okay, first one, which will take a while. Famous comedians.
Oh hell yeah! All right, let's start with Santi. We'll just go around the
Like
table.
my favorites?
Yeah, your favorite comedian.
My favorite comedian, probably. What's his name? Dong Lover.
Donald Glover.
Yep.
Actually, let's name our favorite comedians and then name your favorite joke from him.
Oh fuck! What was that
What's
one
a
joke
what?
when he climbs up the tree?
Joke.
He's like he called the person he was supposed to be babysitting for, and he was holding food, and he was walking to babysit their kid, and a homeless guy attacked him. So he ran and climbed up a tree, all while the phone was still on. And when he got there, they played him back the message. And I don't want to say the entire joke because I can't remember it. I haven't seen it in a while. That's probably my favorite one.
So my favorite comedian is by far Dennis Leary, and my favorite joke from him is, I remember this is back in the 80s. So he was saying, according to the news reports, a bunch of kids and teenagers are listening to hard metal albums, and then they're killing themselves. Where's the problem? They listen to shitty music, and then they kill them, their shitty selves with guns, and it's a natural cycle of people. If the people who listen to shitty music are themselves shitty. So if they're just killing themselves by listening to shitty music, then we're just going to get them out of our society. So where's the problem?
Oh, there was another one. What was his name?
All right, I have 2. One of them's Dane Cook, and the other one's Kevin Hart.
Let's go, guys.
Everybody left.
Yep. Bye. It's a great time.
Okay, now you have to list your favorite joke by him.
All right, Dane Cook. My favorite Dane Cook joke is about the time where he was talking about the Kool-Aid Man.
What?
Yeah, he was talking about the Kool-Aid Man. He's like, I don't want the fucking Kool-Aid Man busting through my damn wall and me drinking his Kool-Aid.
Is this
fucking,
Dane Cook?
Yeah. I remember this. It's fucking like the breed.
He's talking about the Dane Cook Kool-Aid Man.
And all the debris and shit. Who wants to drink fucking Kool-Aid with dead rat and all that fucking debris in it? Get your, and he said, get your fucking juice box and yourself out of here. And his juice box was his dick. It was fine.
Well, dicks.
All of his jokes are stupid one-offs.
Whatever, don't hurt. And my favorite Kevin Hart joke is the time when he was talking about his dad. And
Yeah, no, I can tell.
You gonna learn today?
Try to rape me while
you gonna learn today? You gonna learn what a big dick is today?
Oh yeah, I saw that joke.
Of course, it would be dicks with you.
Okay, next is me. I don't have a favorite comedian per se, but I have a favorite comedian group. And nobody would ever know about them.
Is it the white kids?
No, it's not the White Kids.
When is it out?
My favorite comedian group is Downtown in Japan. They're awesome, and they have like one of my favorite shows, which is called Gake no Sky.
Bless you.
And my god, is it really hilarious. I just love it. My favorite out of all of them, if I had to pick just one, probably Matsumoto. He is great.
Sounded like he said mass murder with a thick list.
Mass murder.
Mass murder.
Dude, that
And
shit's hilarious.
This one is one that I remember. It's not a joke that he made, but it was like some serious thing that he brought up,
Did you just die?
and I wanted to share it with everybody to see what they would think about it. So he was talking, and he was making jokes, and he said, "Okay, this one's a serious one, and I just want to see the audience's reaction to this. This is something that actually happened." So he knew a guy who works like a salary job, and the guy went home to his apartment and was just kind of sitting there doing his work, like on his computer or whatnot, normally. And hold on. Before that, he was inside an elevator to go back up to the top part of his apartment where he lives. And there was this weird guy in the elevator with like a jacket and a hat on, and he was covering his face the entire time, and then got out and bumped the guy and got some blood on him. And the guy was like, "That's really weird. There's something creepy going on." So instead of calling the cops, he instead went to his room and kept doing his work. The next day it came up, a police officer came and knocked on his door. So he went and answered the door, and the police officer was like, "Has anything strange been going on around this apartment?" And the guy went, "No," because he wanted to keep working. He didn't want to get caught up in some kind of legal case. So he was like, "No, there's nothing that I've seen that's weird going on." And the police officer was like, "All right, good day." A couple days later, on the news, it shows that there was a murder in his apartment, and they apprehended the murderer. The murderer was shown on television and was actually the police officer that went up and knocked on his door.
So the murderer was a police officer?
The murderer was the guy who was pretending to be a police officer. And the reason that he knocked on his door was because he knew that he had bumped into that guy in the elevator and was going to, if he said that he had saw anything, he was going to kill him. So yeah.
This is why you always keep working, kids.
This is why you
just keep working.
Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael.
My favorite comedian is Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, okay. Super.
Just because he's as random as me.
Random doesn't equal funny.
Well, he's a stand-up comedian who can go from talking about Hot Pockets to bacon to waking up in the morning to camping to breakfast foods.
Really, Jim Gaffigan, the only jokes he really has is about food.
That's true.
But you're not random, though.
He was pretty random. That's just called natural flow of jokes. Every comedian goes from subject to subject without any sort of,
That's true.
forced transition.
But you're not
true.
random.
Bo Burnham has my favorite transition.
Oh, Bo Burnham is great. I love
It's
Bo
the
Burnham.
best transition.
I'm more random than you are.
I am the randomest of all.
Segues are weird, so hey.
This is true. Jared, you're the last one about the comedians. Tell us your favorite comedian and one of his or her jokes.
You think I can remember?
I feel you.
Fine, just
Pineapples.
New topic.
New topic then.
the topic. Good.
Next topic that Michael came up with was candy shortage in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah,
Next topic.
let's just skip this one.
Where's the problem?
Yeah, that's a good point. Canada smokes weed.
More
so
candy
who
for
cares?
us.
Right, exactly.
Is that right?
Canadians are just North Americans that have no guns but have free healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the weed you could ever hope to accomplish.
Well, we're starting to get weed in a lot of different places.
And maple syrup. They have maple syrup.
Yeah. They have hockey.
Everywhere has maple syrup, friend.
We have hockey.
They have more maple syrup.
They
Go down
also,
to Walmart,
did
you
you know
get
this?
syrup.
They sell bottled air to China.
Yes, that's true.
Why?
Because
that was a
it
Spaceballs
makes
joke.
them money.
No, it's an actual thing.
It's an actual
Yeah,
thing.
no, but there was a Spaceballs joke where the pollution on the planet was so bad that the guy just popped a can of Perrier and was just inhaling it because it was the only clean air available.
It's funny because
That was a fucking
I love
Spaceballs
Perrier.
joke.
It was
my
also
God,
a
it's so
freaking
I've never seen
Lorax
Spaceballs.
joke.
Why don't you come fucking let me look at the borrow it?
I haven't seen Spaceballs either yet.
That's why I was at your door.
When?
We were walking home that one day.
No, you said I don't know why I'm here, and then walked away.
What the fuck?
Did you did this today? Didn't you? He just
He
walked into your
randomly
house.
walked into my room and scared the shit out of me. Like, straight up scared the shit out of me.
He's like, hey, I live here.
I was sitting there on my bed, like, I changed to my shorts, I was super comfortable, I had my headphones on, watching, like, something on YouTube or some shit. And my mom was like making dinner, so I thought my mom had just walked into my room to like tell me dinner's ready. And I look over and I see a large black man. I'm like, oh shit!
Your dad let me in.
My stepdad.
Your stepdad let me in.
Yep.
You could have knocked on his bedroom door.
I did.
He was wearing.
I would believe it.
Yeah, no. If you knocked on my bedroom door, I probably would have like been like staring over there.
Well,
You didn't knock hard enough.
It depends on how loud you knock. If you knock like this, nobody's gonna hear it. If you knock like this, then you might hear it.
Yeah, given how black Jordan is, I don't think he knocked soft. I don't think he has
It was a pretty
capability.
soft knock.
I think whenever he went to go knock, instead he hit the door so hard it just kind of flung open. So he just walked in.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I would believe that.
He would do that.
Your parents scared.
Okay, next one.
How's
You scared me. Anyway, next one. This is the last one for Michael. It's Death of Redwood Forests.
Fuck them.
Yeah. No, they're beautiful.
Okay.
Have you
Redwoods
not
are-
seen those 500-year-old trees that are like the size of this garage?
You know,
have.
redwoods are like one of the largest trees known to
Yeah,
exist.
There's
And they're
actually
also
a
some of the
4-lane
oldest
highway
trees.
through one of them.
Yeah, my grandpa actually went through that highway.
Oh,
I did
awesome.
too. I went through that.
What?
I went through, excuse me. I went through that.
My God.
I would.
Thank you.
That was 10.
I was right for that. No.
Wordy. Yeah, I went through it. Wordy.
This is why back in the like 70s we had
They
the
beat
Green
their children.
Power Party. Green Power.
Hey,
Flower power.
Green Party
hey, you guys know what medicine circles are?
No.
Circle?
Madison circles?
Medicine circles.
Oh,
Medicine.
medicine.
Are you talking about the people that go around in circles and smoke weed?
No.
Oh, that sounds like
It was
fun.
a-
Let's all do that
it was
now.
It sounds like that religion Eric
It was an
said.
Indian thing.
Rastafarian.
Yeah, they were probably smoking weed.
And they
Peyote.
made a circle out of, what is it, rocks, and had a small circle inside that circle. And it was like real awesome.
It was like
No, that's really descriptive.
yeah.
Thanks. No, that's real.
They made a circle and it was real awesome.
Yeah.
They made
rocks
two
and shit.
circles, and one was inside
Wasn't
another
weird.
circle.
Dude, you ever seen the Aurora Borealis?
Yes. That's so random.
Did you hear about Hitler? It's alright.
Hitler, you know what? He was just a dork, man.
Hitler's the same person. Hitler.
He got mad because no one liked his pain.
Donald Trump is Hitler reincarnated.
Nah.
I'd believe it.
He is the true Arya.
I think he's more the mayor of Alabama.
No,
when
Hitler.
Little Rock 9 happened.
Oh, you mean Obo Forbes?
Yeah.
Obo Forbes was a fucked up man.
So what's Christopher
That's what his
Columbus?
name was.
Yeah.
I know it's
Oval
a funny
Forbes.
name.
That's his name.
Oval Forbes.
Obo
Sounds like
Forbes.
something a 3-year-old would call like his fish snacks. Oval Forbes.
Wasn't Christopher Columbus a bad person too?
Yes,
Yeah,
you raped
oh,
so
yeah.
many people.
He also did this one really messed up thing that, like, kind of, for some reason, sticks with me. So we had to read this whole thing about Christopher Columbus for AP US history.
He's a dick.
What he did is he went to one of the countries that he had, and he said, if you find gold, you get this necklace. But if you don't have this necklace by the end of the week, you die.
Yeah.
Or no, not just die. You have your limbs cut off and you're hung upside down.
Dude. Duh.
Only one person got that necklace.
Good.
Oh, does everybody here know about the Red Eagle?
No.
It's a thing that they used to do in the Nordic times, like with the Vikings and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I know what that is. It's called the Bloody Eagle, not the Red
Yeah,
Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody
You
Eagle.
told me about this, yeah.
Open, man.
They cut your back open, they take your lungs, and they pull them out and squeeze them. And if you don't make a sound, you can go to Valhalla. That was only if you did something traitorous and you wanted to still go to Valhalla. Then you do that. But yeah, it's a thing. Next one. This is
What did you
who's
just do?
This is Santi's 3. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Santi's 3. I don't even think he remembers most of these.
I just did.
Oh my God, you broke the goddamn fork.
I don't know what my silence is. I lost my
What are you
silence.
doing to
I
the
just
fork
sort
for
of
that
bit it
matter?
and it fucking snapped.
My God. Okay, so the first one on these 3 is he wants to.
Hey, I'm worse.
Smooth.
He wants to discuss the best FPS.
I do.
Alright, so we'll start with Jared this time. It's kind of the same thing we did with the comedian. You pick your
Terraria.
best FPS and then explain why it's your best.
Minecraft.
Well, I'm just gonna say Metroid Prime because that was the first person show I ever played.
Okay. Metroid.
And what the Metroid series is that
It was on Wii.
All right.
Isn't that really shitty one that pretty much everybody hates?
I thought it was okay. It wasn't the
Which game?
best.
Metroid.
It wasn't that bad.
No, Metroid the Other M is the one that everyone hated.
Metroid Other M. That was it. Okay.
Metroid Prime was actually a pretty cool game.
I thought that was on the GameCube.
There's actually something. Yeah, Metroid Prime is on the GameCube.
Okay.
Is it?
All right, so let me give you a little bit of history
Other
about
M is on the
Metroid genre. So we have Metroid and Castlevania, and those two are their own thing. So we actually made a genre called Metroidvania. Mm-hmm. And basically, it's an exploration game where you explore around and get upgrades, so you can go to more exploration and get even more upgrades. Lots of backtracking stuff, but there's quite a few interesting bosses to fight in the Metroid series. But really, it's just like exploring around and shooting stuff.
Like dragons.
And the Metroid Prime won the best looking game of the year, and it still looks good today. By today's standard, it still looks a good looking game.
GameCube, it was pretty damn swiggity.
Yeah, it can hold up to today's quality, I think, still.
Okay.
Metroid Prime, yeah, it's a beautiful game.
Michael, your best FPS.
My favorite FPS would have to be Halo because I'm not allowed to play anything else.
Halo.
Fez.
Which Halo?
Currently 4.
Oh, okay.
I liked 4.
Campaign not included.
Okay, if the campaign's not included. then
Campaign's all I basically was able to play.
Well, that
I liked it mainly for the graphics.
Hang him.
The graphics were okay.
Graphics were okay.
All right.
I don't get to play much FPS because my dad doesn't allow me to. So that's my favorite one.
My favorite FPS is Skyrim.
Yep, that's a good one.
It's not
never
first person
played Skyrim.
shooter.
No,
Technically,
you can go in the
bow.
first person, and you can either use a bow, or you can
shoot.
shoot.
That's in your first person perspective. That's
And then you can
And
shoot.
magic.
Yeah, and you can shoot magic. You can shoot a bow. So really, that's my favorite.
It doesn't necessarily have to shoot, but if your point of view is in the first person, then it can be considered a first person shooter.
But where
So
the fuck would the
Minecraft
shooter
would have
part come
been-
into it?
Yeah,
That's why I had
exactly.
a shooter in the end. What the fuck?
Could Minecraft be considered a first person?
Technically, yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
If it's in your first person, then it's for first person shooter.
George,
You can shoot in Minecraft. You can
hate
shoot a bow, but you have to make one.
Okay.
And they're done.
Alright, so I would piss everybody off and say Duke Nukem Forever,
No.
but it really isn't. It has to be Halo 3.
Alright.
Halo
Or-
3.
You have a Halo 5 beanie with you right now.
He went to the midnight release to get this
Got
shit,
this
ladies
shit
and
for
gentlemen.
free.
Because you stood outside of GameStop
Yep, I was the only
to
person
get
out there.
a shit game.
You're the only person out there.
Are you seriously the only person
Me
there?
and my dad.
Oh my god.
The same thing happened with Damon. Damon told me that he was the only person outside of his.
Yeah, no, there's a kid that worked at Best Buy in my first period. He said like 3 people showed up. Like, out of the whole thing. The entire night. So
You're the only truly devoted Halo fan
Other
in
than
this
David.
city. And
I would have actually gone
Like-
if I had the money
like-
for it.
Halo would be an okay game. They didn't have to end it at 3, but they don't have to release one every fucking year.
No, they could have ended it at 3.
They could have ended it at 3 and that would have been fine with me.
Like,
but
if you wanted to
no,
sort
I
of read, you
enjoyed-
could just read the novel.
I enjoyed reading.
I want to read the novel, watch all the movies, and play all the games in chronological order.
I don't
just
want
see
to
what
do
the movies
that.
were like.
For Halo.
Like,
Legends.
There's the one.
Legends.
There's
There's
the
12 now.
There's what?
12?
There's 12 mini movies.
It's not a movie, those are TV
You
shows.
count mini movies.
Those are TV shows.
There's a difference between a TV show and a mini movie.
They even said they were TV shows.
They were never aired
How
on
many
actual public
feature
television.
length
Yeah, they were.
films for Halo were there?
like 3.
Okay.
Was Fort Dawn one of those?
Yes.
Forward
That-
Down is
that
not a
comes-
movie. Those
They
are
made
Yeah,
they turned
it
it
is.
into a movie. It wasn't.
Forward
it was,
Road to Dawn becomes before
Yeah,
4.
it became a movie.
yeah, they had it as a series, and then they turned it into an all-in-one movie.
It's actually,
They
it
did
comes
it in
before
in
4.
high school, which is awesome.
It comes
pretty
before
good.
4.
Okay, Eric, first person
Alright.
shooter.
My personal favorite first-person shooter would either have to be, it's actually a tie, between Far Cry 3 and Metro 2033.
Boo.
Ew.
I love both of those games. I love the whole exploration mechanic of Far Cry 3. I enjoyed the sort of radioactive wasteland and the gas mask mechanics and stuff like that of Metro 2033. Both of them have riveting stories and characters. Both of them have really tight combat. Both of them are all around amazing games.
So wait, you know they come out with the wait? Are you talking about the Metroid Redux?
Metro, I mean, they did
Metro. not Metroid.
Redux, Metro Redux.
Metro 23. Yeah, they did a remake of it. Sort of.
Is that the one you're talking about right now, or the old one?
They're the same game. It's just Redux has better graphics.
Or
Yeah.
There was another Metro game, wasn't
There was Metro
Last Light.
which is alright, but I still think Metro 2033.
I don't
is
think
better.
I played Last Light, but I didn't play 2033.
2030 Last Light was a sequel.
I know, but it was also free on Xbox. That's where I got it.
Good job.
2033 was also free, but I didn't enjoy Last Light, so I didn't play 2033.
All right, Santi, you're up.
My favorite would probably have to be Borderlands 2.
Yeah, I like Borderlands.
I think it was like it had a great mix of like serious and silly, and it was just like
I
it
did
was
the first
fun.
one too.
2K like.
I
2K
never
does
really
pretty
got
good.
into the first one. I don't know why.
I don't like 2K games.
Hey,
It was the first one. The first Borderlands was really weird.
I got it.
At first, but after you get like halfway through it, it starts to get really interesting.
I have a very short attention span, and I wasn't able to make it that far. I think I have like 5 level 12 characters on the first game.
I would say Borderlands. The first Borderlands was a little more dry than
That was
Borderlands
serious. That was
2.
like super serious.
Yeah, it was. And
First Borderlands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it wasn't
It had
serious.
more-
It wasn't that serious.
It was more serious than 2.
It was a little more serious, and it was kind of more, it was a more dry kind of game in terms of storytelling and gameplay. But then Borderlands 2 got released, and then, that's when...
If I remember correctly, in Borderlands, the first Borderlands, there was like one of the first missions where you go around and you punch midgets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how is that serious?
It's serious.
Serious punching.
Punching midgets is a serious topic.
I'm a very tall midget.
Huh?
No, he's not.
He used to be.
I am.
No, he wasn't. Jared was never
I'm
that
a
tall.
6 foot tall midget.
So,
In middle school.
so
I'm a very
yeah.
tall midget.
So that's all we have for FPS. Okay, the second one that we put down for something
All right, these are mine.
is New Doom. The New Doom. We're going to talk about the New Doom.
Yes.
I know nothing about
Nothing
this.
about it.
I actually have played this game at QuakeCon last year. I stood in line for like an hour and a half to play it. It's really fucking good. It's not trying to be like a survival horror game like Doom 3 was, and it failed to be. It's really taking back into the more old style of Doom 1 and 2. It's more of your have fun while listening to Slayer and shooting a bunch of giant ass weapons at aliens. And the multiplayer is so good. It's really fast paced. It really feels like it's back on the original Quake engine in terms of how fast paced the gameplay goes. And it's just it goes
Doom
really
was
quick.
All right. Some
Doom
of the new
hated it.
things are in here are like you can build your own maps. You can build your own game modes now too.
Yeah, they have a lot of. You didn't get to play.
I know you didn't.
ability.
I know.
You just sort of dicked around with multiplayer in one mission.
That will be fun because I like Forge and Halo, but I feel like it was like kind of tacked on in 3, but Reach kind of messed with it and 4 kind of messed with it, but 5 is like it's really in depth now. But I think Doom would be a better way to do it because of the amount of stuff that they have for it that I've seen at last year's E3.
From the way that they showed it at QuakeCon last year, it seems like a really good system in terms of level. And the best part of it is that even if you're on PC or console, your map making is still on the same sort of server network. So if you make a map on console, your PC files can still play it. I think that's a really good additive.
I like that idea.
Yeah, they're actually.
Cross-platform multiplayer too.
Yeah, I think so.
Doom was the first game to have 3D interactive environment, right? I think so. Yeah, it was.
It was one of the. It's definitely one of the first.
It was the first game because it was
two.
two high school kids who created it.
Well,
Created the engine for it.
No, not really. Quake came out from the same developers as before, which I guess you could consider Quake as one of the more first games, and then the Doom engine was basically the Quake engine, and then the Doom engine went on to be the
Base engine for like every FPS.
it's not the base engine, but it was a lot of engines, and then as it kept getting edited, it then became the source engine. So that's why people call the source engine the Tower of Duct Tape, because it starts with the Quake engine, and then as people just kept adding more shit on with duct tape and shit, it eventually just became the source engine. And then Source 2 is going to come out at some point. Did they really? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about to. But
Yeah, probably this year.
this new Doom, they have a lot of new stuff in it. The was it the big dude with the rockets on the shoulder? What is he called again?
I forget.
Iron Man. It looks like he's kind of like an antagonist, like a main antagonist kind of. They make him look like that. And continue.
And I'm really happy. We'll probably like the multiplayer is great, flow creation is great, but probably the thing I'm most happy about. They brought back the big fucking gun. They brought back the BFG into Doom. That's gonna be glorious.
I don't know what that is.
It's the big fucking
It's
gun.
the big fucking gun.
Is there any other way to explain it?
No, that's the name of the gun.
I get that that's the name, but is there any way to explain it?
Essentially, it's this giant energy cannon. You know, have you ever played or seen GoldenEye 64?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
You ever seen Metroid's gun?
No.
Yes.
You've
Metroid.
never seen
Basically,
Samus's
it
gun.
essentially is an insta-kill weapon.
Oh,
It's like a
It's
Mega Blaster
giant
from my
fucking
Mega
gun.
Man.
Kills everything in sight. Yeah. It's bomb.
so like a Spartan laser?
kind of like
Better.
Not better than a Spartan laser because
Like-
a Spartan laser
like
took
the
2
Mac
minutes to kill.
cannon. Like the Mac cannon.
Oh, the Mac cannon. Okay, I
yeah,
can see that.
yeah. There you go.
But
But how do you make a Mac cannon small enough to carry?
Video games.
it doesn't fire like that straight ass shot.
'Cause
It's
you're
like
a
one
space
big
marine.
ball. You're hot. You're like hot
Like
up on
the
drugs.
plasma thrower, plasma launcher.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
you're hopped up on drugs. That's what you are, basically. You're hopped up on drugs.
This gun is like you're hopped up on drugs. That's cautious.
You're a soldier hopped up on
Next
drugs.
topic?
No,
Next topic. Hold on. Next topic.
Fuck, I did it
Next
again.
topic. Next topic.
Stop.
Okay. The last one of Santi's, which I just put down because Santi was like, I don't know, was Kojima in his new studio. Yay.
Kojima?
Kojima.
Kojima's new studio.
How is the Japanese motherfucker mispronouncing Kojima?
He's Italian.
That went down my throat.
You don't say Kojima.
He might as well be Japanese.
Kojima. Kojima.
He even says Kojima.
He pronounces himself Kojima.
And?
He pronounces his own name Kojima.
Why would you not pronounce it the way he pronounces it?
Because I'm
That's what
pronouncing it
everyone
the
did
way
with
that
Jeff.
everybody else.
Yeah, that's me and Jeff.
Everyone else pronounces it Kojima.
Yeah, he himself pronounced. You can't correct the guy on his own last name, Damien.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
but I'm going to say Kojima because why not?
Because you're a fuckstick. Anyway.
Alright. His
You
new
would fuck
studio,
that,
I forgot who he is teaming up with, but the games that are coming out, I think they're going to be good. Because
Where are the games?
there's going to be, he's going to try to get Silent Hills. Like, not Silent Hills exactly, but he's trying to get his own horror game, and he's going to include the guy from the
Trying to
Walking
get
Dead.
Silent
As
Hills,
long
but
as
not
they
Silent
don't
Hills.
do what, as long as he doesn't do what Konami did, was trying to continue the Silent Hill.
No,
series in modern
Konami's
day.
fucking. I hate Konami.
Yeah,
everything that Konami has done, I
They
hate.
said they were
What
going
about
to.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
They said they were going to do a
Wait,
new.
but they made Yu-Gi-Oh.
Who hates
I don't
Frogger?
like Yu-Gi-Oh.
He doesn't like Yu-Gi-Oh.
I like Konami. I
That's
like
fair.
the things that Konami has done. I think
Frogger.
Konami. What?
Frogger.
Frogger was pretty.
I
good.
think Konami is just trying to make money now. Like that's
Yeah,
all
no,
that's what they're doing.
In
That's what
modern
they're
day, Konami is like fucking shit. But
Yeah.
I believe that old
Has
Konami was alright, but now Konami is just like I fuck them.
About them damn pocket games.
and they're still
I like
doing pretty
Phantom
good
Pain.
stuff with Yu-Gi-Oh.
They are. I like their new series, but I haven't gotten into it because I don't like reading subtitles.
No, but
Wow.
Fair enough.
yeah, no, I don't like what Konami's doing with their video games, but what they're doing with Yu-Gi-Oh and whatever other card game they produce is pretty.
I liked
pretty
Phantom
decent.
Pain.
Phantom Pain was alright.
Phantom Pain,
I like the anime box you can get.
there was supposed to be more in it. There was.
I felt like it should have been maybe like there was one demo. If you bought this one game, you got oh god, what was it? Overreach, Overwatch, whatever.
Overwatch.
If you bought Overwatch, you got this little snippet of shit. What is that? Zombie survival game, third person. You're trying to find medicine.
Every game ever.
No.
Yeah, really.
Left 4 Dead 2?
What
No,
is
that's
it?
first.
Not Daisy. Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. That was it. You got a little demo of the next Dead Rising game, and I feel like that's what they should have done. They could have like packaged it onto a full game and said, "Hey, you bought this game. Now you get a little snippet of Metal Gear Solid 5," but not charge $40 for a like.
Oh, you mean Ground Zeroes?
Ground Zeroes.
Ground
That
Zeroes
was
was
it.
pissed me off. I'm glad I waited
Ground
until that
Zeroes.
came out for free.
Yeah, I
Oh.
got that for free, and it was very
It was Ground
disappointing.
Zeroes. Getting my Metal Gears mixed up. But no, the Phantom Pain, the actual full-length game, I have not played it.
You have not played it.
I have not played
it's
the Phantom
really
You
Pain.
good.
want to play it.
I mean, it seems like a fun game, but it was either get Phantom Pain or get XCOM 2, and I got
Do
XCOM.
you want to come over to my house one day and play it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can just pirate it.
Okay.
I mean, legally
Legally pirate, yeah.
legally buy the game from a reputable and trusted seller. I do not condone
Name
piracy of
Somalia.
games. I get my things from Tuvalu.
Will you quit pirating things off the internet?
No.
Why?
Because he's a butt pirate.
I'm a boat pirate.
Boot pirate.
He's a gay pirate.
Boot pirate.
The boat shack.
So,
Come with us.
I think Konami is gonna fuck up. What is it?
Everything?
Everything.
The Metal Gear online mode for Metal Gear.
There's an online mode
They're
for
gonna fuck
Metal
up shit.
Gear?
Like if they try to continue, you know how they they actually released a Silent Hill game this year.
Yeah, I
No,
heard
last
about
year.
that.
No, they canceled it.
No, they didn't cancel it. They made it a Silent Hill pachinko machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
The most popular gambling, I think it's the most popular gambling game in Japan, isn't it? Pachinko?
Yes.
Yeah, Pachinko is like one of the most popular.
One of the most popular. They just made
Pachinko, Mahjong.
They made a Silent Hill pachinko machine.
You know, Sega has an entire arcade with a ton of shit like that
Yeah.
in Japan. Like multiple.
That's where I plan to live in a few years.
No,
And
pachinko.
inside of the Sega arcade?
Supposedly,
You're gonna live there in
pachinko
the
parlors.
I'm gonna have
Supposedly,
machines and it's gonna be my bed.
most pachinko parlors are like real shitty because like everybody smokes in there while they gamble.
That sounds like fun.
Okay, yeah, but that's because you smoke.
Oh, who
Because
cares?
you're a dirty smoker.
As men who like to keep their lungs, not black and shitty.
Yeah,
The
asthma.
black experience is black and serious.
Once you go back, you never go. Once you go black, you never go
No,
back.
you fucked up too much. You can't go back.
Fucked it up.
You can't go back.
Once you go back, you can never go black.
Yes, you fucked it up. You had one jogger.
I had one job.
Overshading.
Anyway, I think that's the end of that topic. So,
Is it?
Damien.
Okay, the last three are mine. Yay! These ones are a little bit less like cool, I guess. It's more like stuff about us, really.
Let's go.
Okay, so the first topic that we're gonna really talk about is my friends. They have a channel called Stupid Bro Studios, and they're coming up with kind of like a web sitcom type thing that they want me to take place in maybe every once in a while. But I was thinking, what if we come up with something like that, some kind of idea or something like that, where we all have something like a sort of webcom or something like that.
Iron Man gets wrecked part 3.
No, we're talking about an entire like series.
Okay, sure.
Like we should brainstorm about that. Like maybe after this podcast we can like sit down and write some ideas or whatnot.
Alright,
But I think
Wait, does it have to be like a
interesting.
real life thing?
It's gotta be like.
We're real life filming.
It's gotta be like the
a
annoying
web
orange
series or like a
Nintendo
web
Man.
comic or some sort of
Yeah.
shit.
Wait,
Kind of
something like Video Game High School?
No.
I mean, kind of.
We don't have that kind of production.
Not that kind of production. No.
You can't get that production value from
We're talking about like a web comic.
If
sort
we
of
get that
series?
kind
Yeah.
of production,
Comic. All right, I have some sort of idea of a web
I
comic.
can
So,
get those
But
cameras.
comedy, yeah.
so I mean, it's kind
doesn't
of
mean we're gonna have the same production value.
But basically, this kid, she goes to a summer camp, dropped off by her parents. It's filled with a bunch of other kids in the summer camp that's dropped off. There's hardly any counselors. There's no teachers any there. It's just kids get stuck there, and it's a real shit camp. There's monsters. There's sort of freaky shit that happens, and it's just children surviving in an almost abandoned summer camp with no adults around.
That would end horribly.
Yeah, no, all those
So
good.
kind of like what is it? Rooster Teeth. That's-
Like, if it was R-rated, then they might be fine,
Kinda.
but...
They did not the
Maybe.
idea, but they kind of do stuff like
You know, it still records
we're
when it goes
talking
to sleep.
about.
Oh no, I don't like it. Yeah,
feel good.
that's a really good idea. The only thing is that we're not really good at filming like that. I mean, we can try, but who's going to edit in like the monsters and whatnot to make them look actually?
I know basic After Effects.
I'm pretty good with it.
I also know basic After
I can do
Effects.
Let's go.
I can get the equipment, the
CGI
camera.
department, you got it.
Then we can do this. We just need a shit ton of kids.
Let's get all right. Let's get
Santi, I know you know a lot of little kids.
Let's get a Kickstarter.
Yeah, they're all in the basement.
Let's get a Kickstarter together to purchase some cameras, maybe some licensing, and maybe a white van to get some kids. You know?
I can get you
Yeah, and a new computer.
I thought you said we can get you a white van.
Can you get us a van? Because I know Michael can provide candy. He did already. He got the candy.
Can
covered.
I get you a van? Can you get me to Oak
You're
Cliff?
spiking the audio. You need to
Maybe.
stomp.
Okay.
I don't really want to go to Oak Cliff because I don't want to, die.
You're
But-
not gonna die if you're with me.
No.
Is that right?
Maybe.
The whitest
Maybe.
black guy I've
The
The
ever
whitest
seen.
black guy. Is
The
going
whitest
to
black
die.
guy was
Besides, like Tyler Perry.
It's 4% chance you might die.
4%.
I don't want to
No, I think it's more like 94% chance, but
think it's more like 1,004%.
I know a lot of people in Oak Cliff.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I do. I still know them.
Niggas got killed. Anyway.
Blue Blood.
The next one I was going to kind of talk about our channel a little bit. In recent times, we have been releasing like a bunch of videos for 3 different games.
Can someone go kill that bird, please?
No. So
Wants me to kill the bird.
no, sit
The
down.
knife isn't gonna do shit.
The plastic knife will not kill the canary.
Try.
Anyways, the first game that we've been playing a whole lot of is Final Fantasy Type 0.
Yeah.
The next one was The Witcher 3.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Terraria.
We need to play more Terraria.
And then a Fable Anniversary.
Yeah.
Now, the first episodes of each of these series has gotten quite a few views. And,
It's gotten quite a few.
yeah, whatever. Fucking Pornhub. Come at me, bro. Anyways, the rest of the videos that we've uploaded have no views. So yeah, we done fucked up.
It's a sign.
So I'm thinking we should do. That's why I'm also thinking of doing the webcam, was to get more people to like actually be interested in our channel. Maybe play some new games, and do like more review type stuff of the games other than just commentary, and get ourselves out there more. But it's kind of hard to do.
Make a Twitter. So you
I can set up Twitter for you.
Okay, well you
I
do
can
that.
set up Twitter.
So we
I've
can
been
tell
addicted
people
to
when we're
Twitter since,
uploading.
Like it came in
Get some friends on Twitter.
Twitter sucks.
I don't have friends.
Awesome, I will impale you.
I
The only reason I have Twitter
Get an
is for
Instagram
YouTube.
for us.
I won't set up an Instagram. I used it for a week and regretted all of it.
It's
Yeah, me too.
disgusting. It's a vibe. Damn.
Yeah,
me.
like I need to get Twitter so I can post them when I'm streaming. That would
Because everybody wants to know when you're streaming. Because the whole world wants to see when Mass J-Dog Productions is coming online.
Wait, you're saying my name wrong for one.
I'm predicting it's going to last for an hour and 40
It's
minutes.
Masked Productions.
Masked?
Masked.
Masked?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mass Productions, but your name is Mask J-Dog.
Yeah.
So Mass
Why?
J-Dog Productions was
This is
still
the
Really?
worst Call of Duty
J-Dog?
clan I've ever
Yeah, J-Dog. It's for a Jordan dog.
You know
Jordan,
what?
dog.
My original name was J-Dog, but they said the name was already taken, so they put...
Well, of course it's already taken. It's like a really cliche overused name.
So I put J-Dog 100. They said that name was taken.
like I said,
Because there's
it's
1,000 J-Dogs.
And they gave me a list of things I could put on front of it.
Oh, yeah, because the masked black man is not going to be unsettling whatsoever.
No, it's all for the views.
So what I'm saying was it Honey J Dog 100?
That sounds better.
That sounds really gay.
really gay. It sounds awesome.
Kind of J-Dog.
Pops, Pop Crackle Pop J Dog
Bracket. I'm loving it.
I love it, man.
Why are you not going with these?
J-Dog.
and Mass J Dog 100.
That's the worst one. Why did you
That
go
is
for one?
actually the
Yeah, why'd
worst
you go
one.
with the worst one?
Maybe you
Go
could have
worst
used your
option.
brain noggin and figured a better name.
I liked it. I liked it.
Why?
I have the same name for what is it?
Since you were
7
born,
years, 7
Jordan.
years.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you're using your noodle so that you can use my other.
I'll use this noodle so you can use my other noodle.
Yeah.
That's a pedophile joke, ladies and gentlemen.
That joke.
Yes, that was a horrible joke.
To catch a predator, ladies and gentlemen.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck up, Damien.
Anyways, to end this off, this is our last one. We're going to talk about new movies coming up in 2016.
Zootopia.
Zootopia's already out.
The joke is already out, fool.
Shut the fuck up,
Assassin's Creed movie.
Zootopia.
Isn't Assassin's Creed?
Yeah,
Yes, there is. I
An
heard about that.
Uncharted movie might come out. A Far Cry
Too
movie?
many Pixar movies.
Warcraft.
Wasn't that? Oh, I saw that. That was really
Yeah,
good.
I saw that.
That was
Talking
really
over each
good,
other.
actually.
My inner Blizzard nerd is going to have an orgasm when I
Someone told
watch
me they
that.
might
Just
do a
saying.
Doom movie.
They already did do a Doom movie.
I
They're
heard
better.
there's a better
Oh my
Doom.
god, isn't that just the greatest movie?
No, it actually has first person.
I have it on DVD, Jordan. I know.
I've seen it. I like the
I
first
own
person.
it.
So bad.
No, it's great.
I like the
The only
acting.
good part of that movie is at the credits where he shoots the credits so that the people who made this movie got shot. What do you have to say? Don't grab my teeth.
I think they're making. I know they're making FNAF me, but I don't know if it's coming out this year or next year.
FNAF movie.
I think it's this year.
How would you do a Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Him just sitting there the whole time?
They figured out.
How would you do it for
Just an hour and a half.
I've heard about that, too.
Screaming at it.
Yeah.
An hour and a half of PewDiePie screaming at the top of his lungs.
That's the only reason that fucking
Is there
series is
a
popular.
trailer for it yet?
I don't think so. They're saying they're being very kind of quiet about it, but I've seen some of the character models.
I'm gonna need to make that my next video of the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Like I saw for like Foxy's head, you can see the eye looking
Michael, what do you have
around.
to say?
So why is Pixar still making movies with the exact same storyline?
Because they're pandering.
Oh, wait.
It's like,
Merchandise.
Guys,
it worked this time, so it's
Pixar
gonna work
used to
again.
be good,
guys.
and now they suck.
It's kind of like Walt Disney.
There's an Angry Birds movie coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. I'm like, why? Just why?
It's gonna be terrible.
Hey, apparently if this movie does good, they're going to make more video game related movies.
Yeah, because all the video game
Pixels
movies
worked,
in the past
right?
worked out so well.
Pixels was awesome.
I kind of like Pixels.
I've never
exactly.
seen Pixels.
I need to.
Everybody that knows that
awesome.
Pixels was like,
It
it sucks.
was complete garbage.
No, it was alright.
No.
It was a good.
It's
It was
like-
a good concept.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
but
good
it was
when
a
you
concept
just
that
wanna-
Futurama did better.
It's a good when you want to make fun of it.
What?
No, I was just saying, everybody that I know that watched Pixels, like, they all were like, nah, it was horrible. I kind of wish I didn't. I kind of wish I only watched the trailers and not actually watched the movie.
I like the
You
song.
can't fuck up an Uncharted movie, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can mess up any
can.
movie. You can mess up any movie.
You can mess up
It's
any
coming
movie.
this summer, Uncharted, and they just fill it.
Just like how in theory, hey, Doom, it could be a movie. You just go up, just burly white man going around shooting up aliens in a space marine costume. That
Yeah.
could have been great, but they made it into a horror movie, and that's how you mess up Doom.
Freaking The Rock
That
was
was
in
a
it. He was
horror
the
movie?
bad
It was
guy.
supposed to be a horror movie.
Wait, The
was
Rock
not
was in
scary.
Doom.
Yes, The Rock was
Yes.
in Doom.
Oh my god, we're gonna go to my house and watch it right
No,
after
we're
this.
not.
No, we're
We're gonna
not.
watch the Doom movie.
I'm leaving
Like-
after this.
What? Why? Like, he could have had so much potential in that movie. He could have been the burly black guy.
He was, and he was the bad guy.
What the fuck is Rock, by the way?
What?
He's Hawaiian.
Is he?
Yeah, he's Hawaiian. His father was a wrestler in WWE, and he became a wrestler for a little while.
Cool cat loves
Wrestling.
Yeah. Ignorant of the law is not an excuse.
Days.
Going grink.
Going crank.
Going grink.
I wish
Who cat loves alternative?
there were some better games out there.
Alternative fuels.
Well, now that's just
That's a
the most
good thought.
Oh, wait. So there's a Division movie. Tom Clancy's The Division movie.
That game got released, didn't it?
No, 8th of this month.
So they're making a movie for a game that hasn't even been released yet.
Yeah.
The movie's already been made.
Ooh.
Fuck's sake.
Ooh.
What?
I have something to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, this is a couple. This is like one video game company. They had a couple different marketing strategies that were really fucked up,
You're fucked up.
and I want to end up. I want to end on this. Okay, this is the same video game company that did these like three things. One was they dubbed it bloodvertising, and what they did is like bus stops around London, because I think they're based in London. They had at the bus stops these advertisements filled on the wall that whenever people would like touch them, the advertisements would start to bleed with actual blood, and they would bleed all over the pavements. And their idea was they would hire people to go out and clean up the blood at the different bus stops.
Cleaned it up, did they?
That's stupid.
They did it, and everybody kept complaining and was like, "This is the most dumbest shit." Another
dumbest shit.
This is the most dumbest shit. Another thing that they did, what was it called? It was they dubbed it something. It was like crashvertising or something like that. Where for 1 hour in London, for Burnout, their new Burnout game, they were saying anybody that breaks any sort of vehicular law, we're gonna pay for the fine.
Nice.
Like for the entire
rob a bank.
No, a vehicular law like crashing or speeding or anything. They'll pay for the entire thing.
Kill the president in a car crash.
Like a cop's gonna believe that. It's like, no, it's okay, officer. This game company's gonna pay for it. It's all good.
And so they brought that up to like the city like council or whatever, and the city council was like, "No, you're fucking idiots! There's no way that we're gonna allow that." And they were like, "Whatever." And then there was like one other thing with like a dead baby. No. Here's what it was. Okay, they were going to pay people that were having new children in this 1 month. to name their child's first name Turok,
Why?
at least for an entire month. They were gonna pay new people to name their child's Turok. First name Turok.
But for that game?
Yeah, for the game. Name for title.
There's actually, those are all shit marketing tactics. However, there was a worse one in terms of manipulation that EA did. So EA, they advertised Dead Space 2 by bringing a bunch of mothers in and having them watch gameplay, and their whole
Your mom will hate this
your
game.
mom will hate it. And it's so pandering to like the 12 or 13-year-old demographic, which is like not the demographic that EA or not EA Dead Space was supposed to be for children. Yeah, no.
I'm gonna
It
put
was
this out
such
now.
awful pandering.
I've never been scared while playing any Dead Space game.
I haven't either.
Like, even the jump scares got predictable.
I thought I would, but when I
No.
got my hands on Dead Space 3,
It's not a
I was
game.
disappointed.
It's not
I
really
predicted the regeneration. I didn't predict he was going to regenerate, but I predicted he was going to bust out of that room and try to kill me.
Oh,
I
look, the jump
predicted
scare.
that, and I was
Shoot it.
right.
Oh, look, another jump scare. Shot there. Oh, look, another
Yeah, when you
shot.
give someone a gun in a
You
horror
get to the-
setting, just shoot it.
You get into the habit of just shooting every dead body you see just so they don't get up.
I mean, that's how Amnesia's so successful with horror, because you're like completely defenseless for most of the game.
Another advertising thing from some other video game company was they actually paid people to go to, I think it was E3. They paid an entire large group of actors to go in and protest their game.
Yep.
And people were like, found out that they were actors and were like, this is fucking stupid.
Well, it would have been smart if it worked.
EA did that too.
Yeah.
It would have been good if it worked.
So yeah, advertising for video game companies, some people do it right. Oh, another thing was, somebody, like, for some game, I can't remember what it was. I keep not being able to remember a lot of these games. One company sent every single, people that they were selling their games to the market, like all the higher CEOs of like GameStop and whatnot, and everybody else. They sent all of them, and the people who review their games and whatnot, they sent them all bags of
Money.
of meat, raw meat. And by the time they got to them, the raw meat was all like soiled and like was horrible and everything.
Why would you do that?
EA also to promote.
Why they give them meat?
I don't know. I don't know what game it was promoting.
Games.
Oh, there's another one that on a live stream, the game company grabbed an actual like goat, killed the goat in front of these people, then like barbecued it and ate it.
That was EA again trying to advertise for
Simulator?
not Goat Simulator. It was Dante.
Yeah, Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, that was also the one that the people were trying to. They pretended that they hired the actors to act like they were some Christian group, and they were going to be prohibited. Like,
so read Dante's Inferno.
yeah, they were going to be like against Dante's Inferno. They were holding up a bunch of like anti-Dante Inferno stuff.
It's basically the scripture that describes each of the levels of hell and stuff like that.
No.
Anyways, and what had happened was people were like, a bunch of the church groups that were actually around the area were like, we don't know these fucking people.
Yeah.
They're not real. And everybody else was like, what?
But no, EA also, I don't know if it was EA, but the people who made Mafia, the Mafia series,
Yeah.
was that EA?
I think so.
I own a Mafia game, probably.
Yeah, it was EA. So to promote Mafia, they sent a lot of their fans, the people who pre-ordered Mafia, brass knuckles.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
which is illegal in
yeah.
48 of 50 states.
It's only illegal to carry, not own.
And you know why
No,
it's
it's illegal. It's illegal to carry in 48. It's illegal to own in 39.
It's illegal. Brass knuckles are illegal because they fucking work.
Yeah, no, they're brutal motherfuckers.
They
Did you
fucking
know
work.
that they make stainless steel brass knuckles with a little screw hole that you can put a screw in and it turns into a belt buckle?
If it's
And
stainless
those are
steel, then it's a
completely
brass
illegal
knuckle.
to wear as long as they have the little screw in them.
Yep.
Wait,
Oh, so just don't take screw out and beat shit out of people.
If
with
it's-
it.
No, you have
it's not brass
it
knuckles.
screwed onto your belt buckle.
Yeah, you have
and
to
you
have
just
it.
reach up and and break the little tiny screw and you have a better set of brass knuckles.
No, it's dumb.
Get a new screw.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
EA
exactly.
Basically, EA is. This is some of the reasons that EA was voted for worst company. Not only because they make online only games, even for single player stuff that eventually the servers of which get shut down, so you can never play it. Not only because of
Fucking Army of Two.
Army of Two, Dark Spore, fucking a couple of the Need for Speed
I think
games.
Dead Space server got shut down, or
you
there
know
was
how,
no one on
in
it.
Army of Two, they wanted you to create your own mask?
Yep.
I tried that so many times, it never worked.
I
I tried it yesterday.
And not only do EA encourage the purchase of their games of their shitty platform of origin, and they just make some crap games in general.
There is some okay
And the reason that they're probably the worst is because they buy up really good studios like BioWare and force you to go through all their bullshit in order to play their games, like Mass Effect 3.
The opposite of this, though. The opposite of the worst company I've heard.
It was amazing.
I've heard.
Origin.
I don't know if this is true, and anybody else tell me if they've heard of this as well.
Bye.
I heard that Bungie actually they used to have like airsoft wars randomly in the middle of their like making their games and stuff.
Yeah, they did. They had like competition week and everything. It was fun.
Or, like Nerf wars or something. I don't know.
It was,
airsoft for Nerf.
it would have been fun to be in Bungie.
Yeah.
No.
So I think they're probably one of the coolest companies that I've heard of doing like stuff like that.
Bungie's a
before.
really good company.
Another reason that Bungie's pretty cool is that 724 Industries was making another Halo game.
343.
343.
I got close enough. Okay, I haven't heard the name in a while. And what happened was people were saying that wasn't how they were meant. Bungie went the Halo games to go, and Bungie actually backed up 343 Industry in making their game and saying that 343 was like with them or something.
What?
No, they're not.
No, that wasn't like with them, but they backed it up. People were
All
rejecting
343 did was make Halo Waypoint and made a few side.
No, they made one of the Halo games.
And they made Halo 4.
I think they made Halo 4.
Halo
No,
5.
I think Halo 4 was also with Bungie though.
No, Halo 4 didn't have Bungie. We looked this up recently.
Yeah, we looked this up. These two had a debacle.
Yeah.
Why do I always remember the Bungie logo popping out?
Anyways, I think that's the end of our podcast.
Because 343's
At 340, how was
logo
right?
was kind of like Bungie's logo. Back
At 140, sorry. whatever.
So, to recap for this podcast, Guantanamo Bay is awful. EA is awful. Kevin Hart and Jordan's taste in comedians is awful. And
We're all awful.
Everything is awful.
people.
All right,
Everything is
the end of the
awful.
podcast. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Shieldcast.
Watching.
Shieldcast. Big round, please. Goodbye.